Picture this. Mark Zuckerberg sits silent in meetings for 20 minutes before speaking. Elon Musk admits his best ideas come from hours of solitude. Warren Buffett spends 80% of his day just reading and thinking alone. Notice a pattern. While the world glorifies loud voices and constant networking, the quiet ones are quietly dominating 2026. And psychology finally explains why. The data is shocking. Let's break down the real psychology behind why quiet people are thriving in 2026. 1. Cognitive bandwidth advantage. Research from MIT reveals that introverts process 20% more information per social interaction than extroverts. Psychologists call this deep processing, the ability to analyze nuances others completely miss. While most people talk to think, quiet people think to talk. Every word is calculated. Every observation is filtered through layers of analysis. Bill Gates once said he hires quiet people because they've already solved the problem in their head before the meeting starts. That's not shyness. That's strategic intelligence. 2. Digital detox immunity. Studies show that 73% of people check their phones within 5 minutes of waking up. But here's what researchers discovered. Quiet individuals have naturally lower social media engagement, protecting them from what psychologists call chronic comparison anxiety. While others burn out from performative posting, they're building real skills in silence. A 2025 Stanford study found that people who spend less time broadcasting their lives achieve 3x more tangible goals. They're not missing out. They're winning differently. 3. The listening superpower. Neuroscience reveals something fascinating. Active listeners show increased activity in the temporoparietal junction, the brain region responsible for empathy and perspective taking. Psychologists say this creates what's called relational capital. While most people wait for their turn to speak, quiet people are collecting psychological data. They understand people better. They predict behavior more accurately. And in 2020 SXS AI-dominated world, human understanding is the ultimate competitive advantage. Machines can't replicate genuine empathy. 4. Energy conservation mastery. Research on social energy expenditure shows introverts have what psychologists call optimal arousal theory. They require less external stimulation to feel satisfied. While extroverts need constant interaction to regulate mood, quiet people generate contentment internally. They don't depend on others for validation. They don't crash from social exhaustion. Oprah Winfrey, despite her public persona, describes herself as an introvert who recharges in silence. That's emotional self-sufficiency most people never develop. 5. The observation intelligence. A Harvard study tracked 2,000 professionals and found that people who speak 40% less in meetings retain 60% more strategic information. Psychologists call this metacognitive monitoring, knowing what you know. Quiet people aren't disengaged. They're absorbing everything, processing patterns, connecting dots. While others perform, they're learning. And in 2020 SIXS information economy, strategic silence is worth more than empty noise. So next time you meet someone quiet, don't assume they're shy, anxious, or socially awkward. They might just be cognitively sharper, emotionally self-sufficient, and strategically observant. They're not hiding from a world. They're mastering it from inside out. The loudest voices get attention, but the quiet ones, they get results. Silence isn't absence. It's presence with purpose. If you love understanding why people think and behave the way they do, hit subscribe now. Because on Tiny But Wise, we don't just follow trends, we decode their minds.